Peace, family. So, boom. So, I wanted to make this video talking about agents. Motherfucking agents. Agent Smiths. Because the time that we're going through right now, or at least the energies that we're being hit with Uranus going direct, which you ain't probably not going to go too deep into that, or something we need to build up to, but just need to understand that Uranus just went motherfucking direct in Taurus. And what that means, when it was in retrograde for the last year or two, it was giving us an opportunity to learn from our mistakes and not have major repercussions off of them. We were finding ourselves, basically, because that's what Uranus is, or what Uranus represents, individuality. It's more of like your path, like how you output yourself within the world, your placement within all of this shit, with all of the what's going on in the world and shit like that. So I feel like talking about agents or clearing up what agents are really gonna help us go through this energy, or help people who are not as versed in astrology, how they're gonna maneuver through this shit. Because with Uranus going direct in Taurus, it's more about finding your individuality and being stable and being consistent. And it goes direct, like we're within this transit for the next 7 years. So if you've been planting bad seeds, you're going to be feeling those effects for the next 7 years. If you're planting good seeds, you've been centering a good foundation for the next 7 years. So let's fucking get into it. So Agent Smiths, these are people who try and divert you and distract you from your spiritual path. Just like in the motherfucking movie, Neo's purpose was to be the one, and Agent Smith was always sent by the Matrix to go and stop him from doing that. Even throughout the movie, this nigga done escaped the Matrix, but he's still trying to stop Neo, or some shit like that. Neo done took him outside, and this nigga don't know what to do. And that nigga all fucked up. He's like, shit, you nigga took me out of the system. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. I'm just gonna destroy you because you out here shining, you doing your thing. I'm sure already you know a bunch of niggas like that. But don't get fooled. These agents could be your mother, your sister, your dad, your brother, your grandma, grandpas, uncles, and nephews, your best friends, and all these people around you. Anybody that's trying to deter you from your spiritual path. See, when Uranus was in retrograde, this is when we were at the drawing board of sorts, when we were trying to find ourselves, or giving us the chance to find ourselves. Because when Uranus goes direct, it's more of like a pushing. Uranus is what moves us forward. That's why it's more of a generational thing. Uranus, you see, is going to transit for the next 7 years. So people born within this 7-year gap close to me would have the same Uranus, will have Uranus within the same sign. So it's more of a generational thing. That's why with each generation, different things pop up, or, each generation's different, or handles things in a different way. It's because Uranus, Neptune, those slower moving planets have more of a generational effect. So, yeah, when it was in retrograde, it was giving us a chance to really find ourselves before it was time for us to be go, dealing with all of that shit. And during that time, that's when we were supposed to be more open. When you're finding yourself, you're communicating these things with the people close to you, so it's not like now you be coming out trying to do shit, trying to impose your true self and shit like that, trying to get your program going, the shit that you're working on going, and niggas be looking at you like, damn, this nigga done switched up. Nigga done switched the fuck up on us. But truth be told, you've been like that this whole time. But because you've been planting bad seeds, and you've been doing things for other people, you've been doing things for these agents, you've been doing things, diving into your lower natures, not really even looking for yourself, getting lost in the world, getting lost in the lights and all the things that you can get distracted by. You know, people really know who you are or what you're trying to put out. Would it be looking at you in a potential kind of way? You know, be looking up like you're fucking up what they got going on. Because keep in mind, everybody's going through this shit too. Everybody's trying to find their individuality, trying to find their system, trying to find their little solar system for people to work around them and shit like that. So if you pretended like you was just a little planet floating around this other nigga solar system, now you trying to break out and trying to act like a sun now. These niggas like, yo, what the fuck? You been in my rotation for how long? Like, why you gonna go and fuck shit up now? And be like, yo, nigga, I'm trying to be a sun for a minute. I'm trying to have my own little solar system. Like, shut your bitch ass up. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. You were doing that inside. you was doing that inside. You in the spiritual realm, all shit. You was building. You was fantasizing and shit like that. Now the yang come around. Now it's time to materialize that shit and really work that shit. Niggas be lost. And we got Jupiter in Capricorn too. We got the sun in Capricorn. I think Pluto's in Capricorn. We got a lot of planets in Capricorn. This is Earth. This is practicality and it's dry. And Capricorn is more of like fighting for status. Why you think it's in fucking December time? Like, ain't you find that funny that they try and say Jesus is born on December 25th, Capricorn season, and Jesus ain't no motherfucking Capricorn. Like if you really take it in, what these niggas be saying, Jesus ain't no motherfucking Capricorn. This nigga ain't give a shit about no status. This nigga wasn't practical. What? Jesus water the wine's practical, nigga? Nah, that's initiating New Age. This nigga was an Aries. This nigga was a motherfucking Aries. That's why you'll hear some theories of him being born in motherfucking April. Yeah. April's when they say when one of the more conscious but still lost theologians, start talking about Jesus and shit like that. Cause you gotta get this straight. And I'm sorry if you're religious and shit like that. I don't mean to tear down any religions out or beliefs. I'd rather add to it because all of y'all talking about the same shit. But a lot of y'all niggas be lost. Like damn. But anyways, talking about motherfucking agents. Right? So these Agent Smiths can manifest into multiple areas in your life. And you yourself are probably acting as an Agent Smith, either I'm damn sure to yourself, but to other people as well. So just keep in mind to know that energy to come and impose into someone else's spiritual path or to block them from doing what they're doing. You'll be afraid to express yourself in certain cliques and shit like that. Or you're like, I ain't gonna tell my mom this because I know she finna react this way, When Uranus was in retrograde, that was your time to drop those little hints, to slowly rip off that band and be like, ma, I'm trying to go and do this, I'm finna be a rapper, and be like, niggas gonna go big, I'm finna be in the studio time, gonna see me around like niggas ain't gonna be working as much, you're gonna see me around the house and shit like that, but don't worry. But like, nah, your bitch ass decided to keep that all inside, and now, time for Uranus to go direct. You be all up in the house, y'all. You be doing studio time. You ain't in school anymore and shit like that. And your mom be looking at you like you's a bum ass nigga. Like, what the fuck you doing? You be fucking shit up instead of, okay, he's not doing what I do, but at least he's following his dreams. This nigga told me that he was finna do that shit. That was the time for us to be open. It's not like it's motherfucking over, It's just more of a catch-up game now if you weren't planting these good seeds from before. So watch out for these motherfucking Agent Smiths and make sure you're not being one your damn self. It's all about everybody's on this mission to find their own individuality and shit like that. You should have already been looking for niggas who vibrated on the same level as you. Niggas and bitches, being one-sided on this channel. But yeah, people who resonate with your frequency and shit like that, you should have been already trying to build your solar system and shit like that. And this is not necessarily, you don't have to be very versed in astrology for shit like that to go down. You just have to be in tune with yourself. Then you'll know the people who are coming in between and shit like that. People who are stopping you from your path and shit like that. And don't just be looking at everybody like, oh, that's a motherfucking agent. Oh, that's a motherfucking agent. Nigga, you be an agent to your motherfucking self. Believe that. This is everybody. Everybody's going through this shit. Everybody comes across Agent Smiths and shit like that. Everybody, you know, like say you be singing or some shit like that, and then like you're not quite there yet, but you're training your voice, and somebody hear you and be like, yo, shut the fuck up, or be like, yo, you ain't no Alicia Keys, nigga, get the fuck out of here, with your pretend Alicia Keys ass. But and then low key, some niggas, depending on who you are, depending on your sign or your natal alignments and shit like that, whether you believe in it or not, depending or who you are, natal alignments, who you are, same shit. But or how you do things, it's the same shit. But you be low key hurt, be like, shit, I be progressing. Nigga like me, my voice used to be so much rougher and shit like that. But you gotta recognize that energy as an Agent Smith. If your heart, if your insides, if your being's telling you to be a motherfucking singer, nigga, and you can't sing, nigga, all you gotta do is learn how to. You just gotta motherfucking learn how to sing, nigga. It's not like this life is yours, yo. You got all the motherfucking time in the world, but if you don't recognize that person coming to interject as an Agent Smith, or that energy, that Agent Smith energy, you're gonna be letting these niggas affect you. You're gonna be taking it in all the time. You're gonna be halting your progress and the shit that you want to go through and the projects and shit like that you want to fall through. You're gonna be giving these up for other people. But then if you get too lost into it, if you don't understand that, because take it, in the fucking movie Matrix, everybody was Agent Smith. Everybody. I can go outside right now and walk by some nigga and you be smelling or some shit like that. They be like, oh damn, that nigga stink. And and the nigga heard me or some shit like that. I probably just acted as some motherfucking Agent Smith energy, even though I was being honest or some shit like that. That nigga actually, who knows, that fucked up his spiritual path or shit like that. It's just to be aware of it, because these things are around us all the time, or people are always acting and jumping into these energies. Just keep in mind, the universe is gonna do, not the universe or a god or whatever the fuck you want to call it, but just know that there's forces, there's spirits that be working against you, and they finna jump in bodies to stop you from doing what you doing to get their agenda across. Just like how niggas would be doing that in real life. Spirits be doing that. This shit happens on all levels. And if you're not aware of this on all levels, I'm talking about these Agent Smiths esoterically, or how it happens esoterically. Not everybody needs to stand in front of you and hold you to stop you from moving forward. You can do that esoterically. So I hope I broke that down good enough for y'all. Beware of these agents and shit like that. And motherfucking peace, fam. It's open book.